Hello friends, we all know that current affairs is one of the most important aspects of any competitive examination, and in fact current affairs forms the most fundamental basis for setting of questions in any competitive examination, and so is the case in civil service examination as well. Every year in General Studies paper 1, I am talking about the prelims General Studies paper 1, in the GS paper 1, which we call as the General Studies, we have, you know that we have different subjects, namely Indian polity, Indian economy. These are two most fundamental subjects. Then comes geography and environmental science. Again, for prelims, this is another important area. Particularly, this area is very important. And we have the life science and other general science applications. All these subjects are interconnected by one important aspect called current affairs. So it is a current affairs. See, when GS is comprised of all these things, the questions in each of these subjects are mostly drawn from the current affairs we know. We are here to analyze and understand how current affairs is going to be and what are the different issues in the current affairs today and how the questions may be generated out of that. Because with respect to all these subjects, we have at least minimum of 10 to 15 questions in the prelims. And all the 6 subjects together form around 75 to 90 questions, and remaining questions could be of direct current affairs, which will be of what, who and when. So that is a logical idea with which I am going to present the current affairs to you. Let us see issue by issue. This year we have first issue. What we shall take up is the 250th session of Rajya Sabha. The Constitution of India came into force in 1950, and the first election to the Lok Sabha was done in 1952. And on April 3rd, 1952, Rajya Sabha had its first session. From April 3rd, 1952 till date, Rajya Sabha has around 249 sessions, and the last session was the 250th session. Now this becomes an important aspect or important event from which questions can be generated for the prelims as well as mains. Mind it, when it comes to current affairs for competitive examination and civil service examinations, though we are going to focus on prelims, I shall be telling you about the importance or what may be extrapolated to mains as well. And before going into the issue, let me make one more point clear to you. If you take any current affairs issue, you can expect questions for prelims, you can expect questions for mains written exam, and you can expect questions for the personality test as well. In certain areas, the questions may be confined to prelims only. In certain areas, the questions may be confined to mains only. And certain other areas, the questions may be confined to personality test only. But remember, there are certain issues where the questions can be asked in all the 3 exams. At this juncture, let me make one more point clear to you also. If the issue becomes totally obvious, right, if the issue becomes totally obvious, probably the question setter may skip that issue. They may not want to ask a question from that issue also. For example, if you look at the COVID-19 is a situation that we are into today. If you had read the interviews of personality test of 2019, for about most of the candidates, 95% of the candidates, the question was not pertaining to COVID at all. No question was asked. Right? Not many. Close to 95% of the candidates did not get the questions relating to COVID at all. I am talking about the personality test. Because this issue is too obvious. It's too obvious that anybody and everybody can speak about it. Hence, it may not be, UPSC may be skipping it because there is nothing to test. There is nothing to test about your personality relating to the issues of COVID, how it is managed, all the other stuff. So, two obvious things could be at times skipped by the UPSC for they may not be able to test anything in you. However, it could be important for your prelims, it could be important for your mains. If it is important for your prelims, what are the different possible questions that may be asked from that issue? And if it is important for mains, what are the different possible questions that may be asked in the mains? And this is exactly what we are going to discuss through these sessions. I hope it's clear to you. Fine. How is that the questions are asked? As we know, GS has different subjects. Just now we saw about that. Indian polity, Indian economy, history, life science and general science. Then you have geography, then you have environmental science. When it comes to any issue like say COVID or say 250th session of Rajya Sabha, the question may be, for instance, the question with respect to this topic may be from Indian polity or it can be from Indian history. It can be either from history or, for instance, the growth of legislature in India. This is a history question that is related to 250th session of Rajya Sabha. Or it can be provisions of constitution. And what are the different provisions of constitution we shall discuss as in due course of the discussion. Right now I am trying to tell you how the questions can be asked and how the questions may be generated with respect to these topics. So is the case with say COVID-19. There can be a question relating to life science or general science, or there can be a question relating to environment, or there can be a question relating to even polity. Because pandemic COVID-19 has been declared as a disaster and the entire management of COVID-19 is taking place under the Disaster Management Act 2015. So a question can be from polity also, or there can be a question relating to economy. Remotely, there is a possibility of a question being asked relating to history with respect to COVID-19, because what are the different time periods such pandemic has hit the humankind in the past. We all know that many a time when the COVID pandemic began, there was a mention about the Spanish flu pandemic in 1918 and 1919. So that's again a history. That can be a history issue, or a history related question can be asked with this is a remote possibility. I am not saying that there will be. Predominantly now you have to now prioritize. In a particular issue, what are the different subjects that can be extrapolated? So from this issue we can go to life science. Secondary could be history. secondary could be polity, third priority could be economy, and fourth priority could be your life science and general science, right? So this is how things are going to work with respect to current affairs and competitive exam, particularly the civil service exam. Now let me sum it up for you. Basically, the questions are related to current affairs, and from the current affairs issue, any issue can be extrapolated to its impact on, say, history or Indian polity, or Indian polity and Indian constitution, or it could be Indian economy, or it could be geography and environmental science, or it could be life science and science and technology, life science, general science and science and technology, right? So it can be extrapolated, and when it comes to all these subjects, it again can be for prelims, mains, written exam, or it could be for personality test or the interview. Now, when it comes to prelims, I hope until now you are clear. How the questions will be asked, let us discuss. When it comes to prelims, predominantly factual and conceptual areas are focused on. Either it could be a fact or it could be a conceptual thing. For instance, if it is COVID, they can ask about the conceptual aspects, like what is the difference between a virus and a bacteria, and what kind of virus is it, what is an RNA, what is a DNA. This kind of conceptual aspects can be asked as a question. Or if it comes to fact, for instance, there was an issue about 250th session of Rajya Sabha. There can be a question relating to history. When was the upper house of when did upper house in Indian legislature came into force? For instance, it was by the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms of 1917. That can be a history related factual question. So likewise, we will see in due course of time how we will take up individual issues and then find out how the questions are being asked over there. When it comes to mains written examination, predominantly analysis is important and analytical type of questions are being asked. Say for instance, with respect to, say, Rajya Sabha's 250th anniversary, the session of 250th session, the question may be relating to the utility of Rajya Sabha and how Rajya Sabha plays. Already they have asked questions relating to that. But already there have been certain questions asked about Rajya Sabha in the previous year mains, about the utility and what role it can play. So like those kind of analytical questions may be asked in the mains. When it comes to personality test or the interview, it is more of opinions, viewpoints. What is your view? For instance, they may ask, do you think Rajya Sabha is actually playing its role what it was envisaged to play? Do you think Rajya Sabha is having any utility? Do we really have the upper house? Likewise, your opinion may be asked. So basically, any issue will have factual or conceptual dimensions, and based on that you can analyze the pros and cons, the arguments for and against, and then based on that you will draw an opinion. So this is how the examination is testing a personality. So this is how the questions are asked, and this is how the current affairs works, and this is how the examination is designed. I hope you are clear about how current affairs is important, how the questions are being asked in the current affairs. So with this prelude and an introduction, we shall get into the actual issues and find out how the questions are asked, analyze how it is important for prelims, mains and interview, and then we shall discuss it in the coming sessions as well. Alright, we shall discuss the main issues in the next session. Thank you, friends.